Now we don't smell like mayo, we smell like wet dogs. I remember the first time I heard someone say that white people smell like wet dogs. And now that I know, I can't unsmell it.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren and I'm Maureen. So on today's episode is a bit on the light side. How many of you guys know about washcloths? And how many of you guys uses washcloths when bathing? Right, we don't want to assume anything is why we are asking this question. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the famous phrase, white people smell like wet dogs, you know? So we were really curious about this and we decided to look around in the internet for a bit of history and context. And most white people, it really shocked me, most of them do believe that when you use a washcloth, you're either a black person or a poor person. So which begs the question, what do you white people use when bathing? Right. I really would really like to know this question, an answer to this question, especially if you're a white person and you're watching this. What are the misconceptions around washcloths? That being said, let's just take a look at this video and then you come back and talk about it. Right.
Do you use a washcloth?
Answer first, and then Mo will tell you the history of this question.
I'm like kind of hurt by this because I try to look. I get up at 4:45 a.m. I try to look my best and look clean. Do I not look clean?
No. That's really not what the question is about.
Not why?
Do you use a wash? Not do you shower? Do you use the actual washcloth?
I have a washcloth in my bathroom that I use for my hands when I wash my hands after using the restroom. Does that count?
In the shower?
No, in the shower.
Do you use...
No.
What the hell?
See? Yeah, see?
What? What?
All right, so
I'm feeding into this white stereotype.
that's
confused.
what it's a white stereotype.
You specifically use it to wash your legs specifically?
No,
like
everything.
Your body, your whole body.
Yeah.
You can't use your hands?
Well,
no,
you could, but you're not
why?
getting the dirt off of there.
Oh, no.
Did you know that American colonists were so stinky that native people could smell them a mile away? Okay, that was a slight exaggeration, but their hygiene was very bad. 17th century Europeans did not regularly participate in full immersion bathing. Instead, they washed their face and hands at a basin each day and believed that washing their linen undergarments was enough to keep their body clean. Native Americans bathed regularly in open rivers and streams. And even their oral hygiene was superior. They used things like chew sticks, mint, and charcoal to keep their teeth fresh and clean. Many of us were taught in school that Native Americans were simply defeated by the strength of European troops, but this wasn't true. Germs killed more Native people than guns. Millions of Native people died because of the horrible diseases brought over by Europeans as a result of bad hygiene. This included diseases like smallpox.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Well, you're just anti-leg washes.
I'm not going to wash my legs and feet.
You think that's just a black people thing?
Clearly.
Well, and he's
the only one here who took the day off. Washes his legs and feet. No, I don't think it's a black thing. I think using a washcloth is for poor people, but I don't think that washing your legs and feet is for black people.
I agree. I think the washcloth is a poor person thing. Because
I've only met poors who use them. I've never met.
Wait, but is it also European? Because I have European friends that do it as well.
Maybe they're poor. I don't know.
I don't know. But we never did in my house. There was
it's
no
disgusting.
time for that.
I know. I've ended friendships when I saw washcloths. I'm serious. I don't want that stink on me, that like poor stink.
Yeah. But I don't understand. I guess it is just so that you don't have to touch your hands to your genitals.
We don't have that much soap to go around. Get out
Is
here.
that the utility? Or is the utility like, I don't have to touch my bare butt or my bare genitals?
I don't know.
I think it's more of a puritanically rooted thing of like, I don't want to touch my bits.
So of course guys, after playing you this, as expected, a group of people had different type of reactions on the internet to white people not using washcloths when they are bathing and instead perceiving it as a black person or a poor person thing. Let's just watch a few reactions and then we come back and talk about it.
I just gotta know, why do I stink so much? I get these Q-tops, wear them a few times, and I just get a stink. And I'm like, well, you can't have nice things because you make them stink. How do other people not stink? I also scrubbed my armpits last night when I showered. I even double scrub, maybe even triple scrub. Spray with deo, wake up in the morning, spray with deo. I don't know, maybe I have to shower twice a day. I'm really good at coloring in my eyebrows, but the stink not good at the stink.
I agree. I think the washcloth is a poor person thing.
This message is directed towards white people who bathe properly. Get your cousins. Go get them. Because enough already. Because some of y'all's family got this like obsession with coming on here and telling us that not only do they not bathe regularly, when they do, they don't bathe properly. How the hell are washcloths only for poor people if at this point most places are selling the washcloth, the hand towel, and the body towel separately? Because it sounds like to me I have to have the money to be able to buy the extra thing. Purely on comparison, on the lower end of the spectrum, the pack of washcloths that I bought from TJ Maxx cost more than the soap that I bought at TJ Maxx. Also, that the pores had a hard R at the end. So we know what you were saying. I be looking at these people like your ancestors colonized the whole goddamn world. And for some reason, y'all seem to draw the line of cultural appropriation at seasoning and bathing properly. Every goddamn culture y'all ran through and stole from taught y'all how to bathe and clean shit properly. And yet, y'all said, nah, we don't want to bathe properly, but why can't we have box springs? We gonna make called challah cloud bread and 2-ingredient lentil pancakes and whatever weird flat taco shit that y'all tried to colonize the other day and call like agua fresas fucking spa water. That's what y'all chose to do? Not soap water and a washcloth? Like, please take that from us. We won't even be mad. We won't be mad. Just stop getting on the internet every other day and telling us that you nasty and you dirty and you stink.
Washcloth is a poor person thing.
Anytime someone stays in my home, I offer them a washcloth. And when they don't use it, I'm always like a little bit confused because I use washcloth and I know it's about like the friction that you create with the soap and water that allows you to get clean. Now, here's my question. Just check the scenario. I invite you over to my house for dinner. And when you get here, I'm doing dishes. I pick up a dirty plate, I run it under water, and I put soap in my hand and then rub my hand on that plate. After rubbing the soap on the plate, I run it under water and then I put it into the rack to dry. Now, when I went to serve you your dinner, I served you on that plate. Is that plate clean? Would you say that that plate is clean? That plate ain't even got your balls on it, bro. The plate never even had a little doo-doo on it. But your butt did. And you're just gonna use your hand with some soap? You're not actually gonna like use a medium to scrub that shit? It's not about being poor, babe. It's about being clean.
Let me break something down to you. When you in the shower, wash your legs and feet because all the dirt and shit from up here is going down and hitting your legs and it's just gonna sit there. Wash your damn A washcloth is the reason why y'all don't get it. That's the whole point. Y'all try to tell myself, well, you know, washcloths are just a poor thing and, you know, I'm not black. Like, I don't like how the fuck he said black either. Like, Why is your podcast called I'm Not Black? What the fuck you talking about black issues for? You're not black. Why are you near them? Black issues should be treated like a lake of fire to y'all. You don't want to be around it? Leave it the fuck alone. You can't do nothing about it. You don't understand it. Leave it be. But no, here y'all come again, admitting shit nobody asked you to. We get it. You don't know how to properly wash your ass. It's cool. Y'all didn't know how to do that until y'all met us. Let's just start there. This is why y'all had the Black Plague and all that rat shit and bullshit. Remember when y'all used to shit in y'all drinking water? You remember that? You know, the literal place where y'all got y'all drinking water. Y'all remember when rats infested y'all country? Yeah, remember that? Remember when that was literally a plague happening because y'all motherfuckers were so nasty? No. Y'all want to erase that part from history, right? Because y'all don't remember that. Remember when y'all met black people and they was like, and they had to teach y'all how to bathe? You realize y'all wiped out most of the armies y'all fought, not because y'all had superior tactics, not because y'all had superior weapons. That was a percentage of it. But the other percentage was because y'all exposed people to diseases, germs, and viruses that they had never fucking encountered because they could take a fucking bath. Their solution to everything wasn't, let's cut off a body part and then just leave them bleeding everywhere and infected. Do y'all not get this shit like at all? Wash your ass. It ain't that hard. Wash your legs, wash your feet, wash your ass, wash under, wash every fucking thing. Wash behind your ears, your face, your hair, your neck, under your arm. It's not a poor black thing. It's hygiene. Good hygiene at that. But y'all are still trying to make this nasty shit cool. It's not gonna work. We never gonna stop. Call me poor and black, but I bet I'ma smell better than you.
Washcloth is a poor person thing.
This is why when y'all be dating these people, y'all be fornicating with these people, y'all be procreating with these people, just, oh my God, like, just rich and dirty. And you know they kissing their dog in the mouth. You just know they kissing their dog. Not knocking anybody. Love who you want to love. Love who you want to love. Dare I say. But still, it's just...
So I looked into it, and there's a reason for it. It's called sebum. It's an oil that's produced in your hair follicles that gets into your hair, and it's the same kind of oil that dogs produce in their hair. All humans have it, but we produce it at different rates, and our hair being different, it kind of mixes in there differently. Shampoo can wash that oil out, but when it's completely gone, then your body goes into overdrive and produces a ton of it, and can actually make your hair oilier and make you smell more like a wet dog. It took me a while to find a good balance of how much to wash my hair and what to wash it with, to try to keep some of the natural oils without getting rid of them entirely, but also not looking like a greasy swamp monster and smelling like a wet dog. But I still avoid being around people when my hair is wet, just in case.
So guys, welcome back. You know what really gets me is I really didn't know this, so this is new information for me, and it's also educating me as well to help us better understand them. But what really got me is that the palm colored people come and accuse people of all sorts of things, how they spread diseases, like they're perfect and better than everybody else. They accuse everybody else of not showering properly or having good hygiene. When they come to Africa, they're like, Africa is so this and that, and yet when you look at them, they also have big problems that only when you start living with them is when you start knowing and realizing. Yeah, and once upon a time, someone once told us that when you sit beside these palm colored people, they wear a lot of deodorant. I never used to understand when this person would complain. They wear a lot of deodorant, and this is because they're dirty and don't clean themselves well, so they need to use that deodorant to cover some of the smell. And back in the day, I really never used to understand this person when they would complain about the palm colored people. But right now, I'm beginning to understand what they said, because you see, even in the medieval times, the prince and princesses back in Europe and wherever else, they'd also use perfumes to cover their stench. They just defecate where they're sitting. Yeah. And then someone just comfortably defecates and then bring me that perfume. Now then it means the people who are they were ruling over them were better, because then they had the freedom to just go remove their clothes and shower in the river. It's not that kings and queens didn't have they just didn't. They loved being lazy. They loved being lazy. Where you sit is where you wanna do everything. And I also hear that is how high heels was invented, because the princesses didn't want to step on their own defecated materials. So they'd wear high heels to jump over their defecation materials, That is so disgusting. Yeah, so I hear that is how heels were invented. Do you know, when I watch this video and I see a palm colored person saying that they stink and they take showers, they shower every day but they still stink, and they use deodorant and they still stink, I'm like, have you tried asking someone, or have you just tried googling different styles of bathing? Because I'm sure even if there's many styles, those ones who don't stink have a common denominator. You get? Yeah. And also I feel like, okay, I am a black person. I really wouldn't understand the ways of the palm colored people unless you're looking at it from a human point of view. But from a racial point of view, which they like to classify everybody as, I wouldn't understand their struggle. So hence I wouldn't commence to speak on for those who shower regularly why they still stink. But someone explained. That thing with the hair, whatever they produce. Until I ask myself, is this like a curse they are living with? Because nobody just stinks like that and becomes a menace to people. I don't know, guys. Some of the palm-colored people come out and say how they don't wash their face and feet. That one genuinely shocked me. How do you go into and get into a shower? You wash your body and you come out of the bathroom without having washed your feet. How will the feet be? Anyway, you guys, you know the technology of showering. You know, in my household growing up in Africa, it's not because we are poor. We were just simply taught how to wash ourselves well with cloths. And in Africa, the rich people use washcloths like the fancy one. And if you're poor and you can't buy that, you actually, Sisal. You have to get clean. They use Sisal and soap back in the villages. If not Sisal and soap, there are these bags. How do you call them? The ones that have been weaved. I don't know how to call them. They're really short in Africa. Washcloths is a common thing. And if you actually come to an African household and you go to shower and you use your hands to wash your essentials, the whole household will look at you like you're crazy. You'll be taken back into the bathroom and told to go shower properly, and you'll be told that you don't want to shower, and then when you come up still with the same mistake when people are being served, you'll be designated your own special plate that no one else will be using that plate. So you better just shower well in Africa, So guys, what do you think about this episode and what has been said? Do you think palm-colored people need to find a better way? Actually, washcloth is, I feel like, since I've been brought in that tradition, washcloth is the only thing that can make you really shower well. Yeah, because the body, we normally sweat. There's that oil that the body produces. You understand? And then when you're under the sun, a hot day out there for so long, also dust particles, they stick on your skin because of walking under the sun, and you're sweating at the same time, you're oily, So how do you just go and wash yourself with hands and then you say you are clean? Guys, let us know. Personally, this shocked me, and this was new information for us. But also, I think I'm beginning to understand their point of view a little better, because in one of the videos that we've played you, someone was saying that this palm-colored people, even back in the medieval times, they never used to shower. They only used to wash their hands and faces, and then they think they're clean. So from that, how did it come from that to them not washing their feet and their ancestor passed it down to their mothers, and then their mothers to them. Yeah, because you see, in the medieval times, them, they believed they were clean until they met native people wherever they'd go to colonize, and their stench alone was enough to let the villagers know palm-colored people are coming. They brought diseases because of their very dirty selves. And it's so funny how you let us know what you think about the washcloth saga, and what you think about when white people shower, how they still smell. And for those if you're white and you're in this platform and you're watching us, if you do shower properly with a washcloth and you wash everywhere that needs to be washed, even your feet, everywhere, do you still stink, and why do you think this is? So let us know what you think about this episode, and also consider subscribing for those who have not subscribed, and we will see you on our next episode.